Hi, welcome to our third podcast. This is Ariella Vaccarino from Voice Lessons to Go. Check us out online, voicelessonstogo.com. We have all kinds of great products to help you sing. Today's podcast, auditioning tips. I'm going to give you 10 tips to help you have the best audition that you can have. This is inspired from a blog that I wrote a couple of years ago after watching so many American Idol auditions and burying my head in my hands thinking that I wish that I could have spoken to some of these singers before they would have done their audition. So auditioning, it is tough. It is one of the worst parts of being a singer. We all know how it can go. You can sing in front of the mirror beautifully before you walk out of the house to your audition, and then you arrive at the audition, your turn is up, and you show them what you've got, and you don't even recognize yourself and who you were after you sing. All your hours and days of prep. When you are a bundle of nerves, your voice doesn't even feel attached to your body. You sound meek. You go on autopilot. Your vibrato is jumping too many notches. You twitch your face to do strange things with your hands and your breathing. Forget it. You can't even get a good breath without gasping to save your life. If any of this rings true, all of this has happened to me. And I've had a lot of students who have told me the same thing. Auditioning is really tough. I think what you need is a plan to get yourself through it, because there's nothing natural about it. There's nothing natural about standing in front of people and being judged for a part. And the only way to do it and combat it and to stay sane while doing it is to have some sort of a plan. So as singers, what can we do to battle and be victorious over our auditioning experiences? Especially for those poor singers that are filmed and put on a network and people can watch it over and over and refer to it on YouTube for the rest of their lives. I really feel for them. So I thought I'd reach out to all the you singers and you American Idol auditioners. And I do see that a lot of you do not have a lot of audition experience. So although my singing career has been primarily focused on the genre of opera, I have been teaching voice to all types of singers. And I would love it if I could just help you a bit. So here are a few thoughts. I've got 10 audition tips for you for any type of audition. Go ahead and listen to this and take some of these tips out to your auditions. So number 1, regular practice. This is really easy. Your body and your brain need to memorize what is correct so that if you do get blocked with nerves, it still knows what to do. And you will be blocked with nerves. When you walk to an audition, there's nothing you can do to actually practice that experience of being watched and being judged. And oftentimes when we do go into these auditions, we go on to autopilot, and that means we just start singing. And whatever our body remembers the most, which means whatever we have practiced the most, just kind of happens, whether we're aware of it or not. Just like when you're driving on the freeway and somehow you get off at an exit and you don't remember like the last 3 minutes. It's the same kind of concept. It's exactly what can happen to you during an audition experience. So you need to practice regularly so that your body has memorized the great sensations of singing well so that you can repeat it whether or not you are on autopilot at an audition. Number 2, practice singing in front of people. This is such an odd thing for some people. You spend all this time practicing in your house at the piano in front of a mirror with your voice teacher, but I need you to practice with people watching you. It's very different to have people staring at you. We spend so much time singing to accompaniment by ourselves in our homes, and then we expect to step out and deliver at our auditions. Auditioning itself takes practice. Whether you grab a friend, your brother, your parents' book club, you just need to sing for people. You need to practice being stared at while you sing. And I think a lot of voice teachers forget to tell us that. You need to find auditions. Go on to a local music trade and go audition as often as you can, whether or not you want to get the part. If you're serious about getting a certain singing gig, then you need to practice auditioning before. So when you actually go to do it, you are good at auditioning for it. Do these other auditions that you don't care about as much as a rehearsal for yourself so that your body practices singing on nerves and adrenaline. And each time you should become more comfortable, and who knows, you may even find yourself getting a gig that you never even expected to get. This is something that's really important. I want you to take it real seriously. Number 3, do your breathing. Before you audition, remember to take some deep breaths, at least 3 slow, focused, deep breaths. I want you to imagine you're really low in your body. When we are nervous, our breath and our voice tends to get too high and we lose our connections. We feel like our larynx is rising in our throat. There are fabulous breathing exercises on my Volume 1, Voice Lessons to Go, Vocalize and Breathe. You can check that out, or you can get breathing exercises wherever you want to get them. And just sit and do some in the car before you go into the audition. And then when you're about to go in for your audition and you're waiting in the hall, just do some slow, deep breathing. Try and get as low and connected in your body as you can so that when you are nervous and your adrenaline is pumping, you don't rise in your larynx and cut off your connection to your sound. Number 4, Choose a great song that you know well and shows off what you can do. You have a brief moment to make a first impression, so you need to pick your best song to sing. And remember, you will only have one chance to make that impression. So you need to consider a few things. You need to consider the genre. So what kind of music? Are you going to walk in singing a jazz piece, a musical theater piece, a rock and roll piece? Consider the range. Make sure that the song is in the best part of your voice. If you have a really good lower register, make sure the song shows that off. Upper register, same thing. Consider the emotion of the song. Are you really good at connecting to people through sad music? Are you very funny? Think of the type of character that you're good at playing, the acting part that you're good at playing when you choose your piece. Make sure that you select the best part of the song that will highlight your voice, because remember, you will only have seconds to maintain the interest of your auditioner. I want you to consider the overall 16-bar rule. 16 bars refers to the amount of measures, the amount of boxes in the music that you are in general allowed to sing or being given time to sing. For those of you who are doing different types of auditions where you know they are going to hear a whole piece, this is different. But for somebody who just has time when there's a lot of people and they're just going to hear about 16 bars, make sure those 16 bars show off what you can do. That takes some planning on your part. Make sure you're starting somewhere that is going to show you off right away. Also remember, if you're going to be singing without any musical accompaniment, which is a cappella, means there's no piano or guitar, then you need to remember to bring a pitch pipe to get your starting note, which you need to figure out before you get to the audition, and play it for yourself before you start so you are not starting too high or too low, because that can really mess you up in a piece of music. Number 5, remember to tell your story. Every song has a story. Be in the story from the moment the music starts. The auditioner needs to feel that you feel the music, and they will sense this when they see it in your eyes, when they see it in your body, all the way through your fingertips. You need to be playing the character the minute the music starts. You have no time to warm up to it. You just need to be in it. And what's great about being absolutely into a character is it will help you distract you from yourself and the nerves that you are feeling while you're doing that audition, and it will help you to focus on your performance and seem better. Number 6, keep your feet grounded. Try and have a sense of heaviness in your body before and during your audition. You don't want to feel like you're having an out-of-body experience. You want to stay deep into your body and as deep into your sound as possible. So I like to use the image of imagining that you are a tree, your feet are roots that are buried under deep into the earth, and your legs are really heavy like a trunk, so that your voice is free like leaves in the wind. However you want to imagine it, you're just going to be grounded. You can also think of yourself as a fighter. Before a fight, you're just going to feel yourself locked into the ground. No one can push you over, and you're ready for anything. That's how you should feel. You should feel rooted. Use any image to help you stay connected to your sound, because it's going to affect the beauty of your voice. Number 7, you need to sing in the center of each word and release each vowel. Another way to say this is to stay on your voice, as opposed to singing breathy with nerves, which happens when you're nervous. It helps if you can stay focused in your sound into the center of each word. From the first word, you need to imagine that you're in the middle of big lines of text. So use each consonant as a stepping stone into every vowel, and then each vowel should be released in full. So don't allow the language to block your sound. Rather, use it to release your sound. So you're going to step and release, consonant to vowel, consonant to the vowel. This is just another distraction for yourself, just like your character, just like your grounded body and your deep breathing. Now you're going to imagine that you're deep into the center of every word, and this will help you to stay connected and sound as good as you can sound. Number 8, be yourself. Let the judges know who you are the minute they meet you. They need to get a feel for who you are as a person, not just as an auditioner. So the minute you walk in, you're friendly, be warm from the start. If you have a minute for a greeting, that's great. Ask them how they are, tell them something funny that happened to you on the way from the car. Whatever it is, use your time if you have it to speak. And what's also great about speaking before your audition is that it helps you to get a feel for the room and the acoustics of the room, so that when you open your voice to actually sing, it's not going to be such a shock, because you've already warmed your voice up a little bit in the room. This will help you to be more relaxed when you open your mouth to sing at the audition, because you will be less in shock of your sound actually hitting the room because you've already been speaking. Make sure that somehow something leaks out that shows what a great, different, unique person you are, and what an addition you would be to whatever project they're working on. Number 9, visualization. I want you to go through the audition in your mind step by step, how you want it to turn out before you get there. You can do this for a few nights before the audition, before you go to sleep. See yourself there, walking in, introducing yourself, singing through the whole song well and relaxed, and having success at it. The more your body memorizes these good sensations, the better chance you have at mimicking them when you're on the crazy autopilot. So do this. Another reason to go through these visualizations is we start to get nervous. I know I do before auditions, even a week before. It's hard to sleep. You start thinking and it goes through your head. So rather than spending the time of it just kind of going through your head and worrying, go through the audition in your mind so you feel you're actually working on it. Lots of times when we feel like we're working on something, we're less nervous because we have a plan and we're focused. So doing these visualizations will help you feel at your audition that you are more powerful, because you will in your mind have already experienced this and you will have been successful at it. So you're going to walk in with just that much more confidence, like you have been through it and you know it and you have it. Number 10, and I think this is the best advice of all of it, and it helps me the best. Use your nerves. So take your nerves, because you're going to have them. I still have them. Take your nerves and turn them into performance energy. I imagine taking them like a big ball of crazy static energy, pushing them down into your body so that you can use them like a generator to have a fabulous performance. So you turn these nerves into whatever emotion is appropriate for your piece. So if you're very funny, take these nerves, push them down into your belly, and then use funny out of them. Or if there's sadness, out of them. So you want to take what you have and turn them into something that is efficient and works for you. So I hope this helps. If you have any other great auditioning tips, please send them over and I can add them to my blog. And I really wish you well on these crazy singing auditioning experiences. I'm Ariella Vaccarino, creator of Voice Lessons to Go. Come check us out, voicelessonstogo.com. I also have a great blog filled with free singing advice, voicelessonstogo.com/blog. We've got a whole line of series of voice lesson CDs, Voice Lessons to Go. And I have a book called Vocalize, filled with vocal exercises. And I also do a great thing where people send me their voice. It's a service, and I will give them feedback on their voice. So it's called Your Vocal Assessment. So please send those on over to me if you're interested. You can check out how to do that on my site. Sign up for whatever is good for you. Sing well, people.